my friend, and welcome back. My name is Hannah, and happy Valentine's Day. Since today is Valentine's Day, the day of love, I thought it would be perfect to talk about some of the things that I've really been loving as far as makeup products, things that I'm watching, games that I'm playing. I have a lot of things to like lately, and I just want to share them. So, nothing that I mention will be in any particular order. I'm not doing like a least to favorite kind of thing. I've just really been enjoying all of it. If you're curious about anything that I mentioned in this video or anything that I'm wearing on my face today, I always have links down in the description box, so don't forget to check it out. Let's start with some items that I think I've already mentioned a time or two before, how much I really enjoy them. But first one is the NYX Plump Right Back Primer. This is basically an empty container, and I do have the full size coming to me. I did end up ordering the actual large or normal size primer, and I'm pretty excited. I don't particularly wear primer, but I like a primer if I'm coming home from work and filming multiple videos back to back, because I don't really have time to do the long skin prep that I normally like to do when I can film on the weekends. And I think it's just a really good primer. I like it more for my skin tints, and I like the Hydro Grip more for something that's more medium to full coverage. I think it holds that product better. This NYX one is perfect for a lighter kind of formula. Speaking of NYX, I've also really been loving the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. Mine's in the shade Vanilla, and as you can see, I've used quite a bit since I've got it. This has been like my go-to concealer, I think, since I've purchased it. I really enjoy this. I think it plays the same way as the Born to Glow concealer. It's actually the concealer that I'm wearing today. The only downside that I don't like is that it comes in a pump. I'm used to being able to dab my concealer directly under my eye, but because I use more sponges that have like a flat-ended tip like this, it's kind of easier to press in where I need. So I've really been enjoying that concealer. And then as far as my favorite foundation product goes, I'm going to go with my Fenty Eavesdrop, and I have to hold it upside down like this because I think I'm more than halfway done. I've really been reaching for this one, I think, every day since I've purchased it. Sometimes I have other products that have like a moment that wants to come in, but I really enjoyed the finish and how this product plays with all the other things that I put on my face. This one is like a holy grail for me. I'm most likely going to be repurchasing once I run out. My favorite powders I've been loving lately are the Nabla Close Up Pressed Powder and the NYX HD Banana Powder. I like the banana powder more than I like this one, but I like how this one plays with my Fenty product. It locks it in and holds it right in place without making it too matte or changing the actual finish of the Fenty product. This is my favorite powder of all time. It makes any concealer I wear just perform a little bit better. I wish there was like a face product very similar to this. I could technically take this all over my face, but it's almost too yellow. I like it more for brightening under my eyes. I don't need to brighten my entire face. So if you know a powder that's similar to this one in quality and performance, but I can use it not on the highlighted parts of my face, let me know in the comments down below. And this one took me for surprise because obviously when I purchased it, I wanted to use it and I wanted to like it. And I think this one was just a slow burn for me to realize how much I really enjoyed this product. But it's the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm palette, and it's just a face palette with two bronzing shades, a blush tone, and a highlight. The highlight itself is not really anything, I wouldn't say anything too special. It's a nice highlight, but it's just a standard kind of champagne-y kind of highlight. I'm sure you could find something like in this tone from ColourPop, something like that. Like it's more so the bronze tones for me that I've been really reaching for. I like how cool toned these are, especially in the wintertime right now, because I don't really want to add too much warmth to my face because my particular tone isn't very warm right now because I haven't really been getting any sun. But I do like the cooler tone to still kind of chisel out my face in the same way that I normally would with a bronzer. So I've really been enjoying this winter. Some lip products that I've really been loving lately, and I don't think any of you would be too particularly surprised if you've been watching my videos and you know that I have a problem with lip products, but the ColourPop Blotted Lip and I don't know what the glow one is called. Glowing Lip. Not too creative with these names, are we? I think these are really awesome. I do have a majority of the Blotted Lip, which is a more matte finish. I am wearing the glossier one today, which is just more of a slip. It's not as matte. I think they play in the very same way. The matte one kind of stays in place, and as it ages, like, it is obviously gonna fade because it's more of like a balm kind of finish, but the way that it fades is really pretty, and reapplication is very, very easy. What I would say with the glowier one, with the matte one, I kind of have to go in. I can't go in too many times with the glowy one because then your lips do kind of feel sticky. Like, you can blot it off with like a napkin and it would be fine, but I don't like really like a goopy kind of lips. Not that it's goopy like a gloss, it's just you're gonna have to blot. There's just gonna be excess there. I also have two glosses I want to talk about. I haven't really played with them too much on camera, but again, if you've been watching my channel for a while, we wouldn't be surprised that I'm going to mention these two glosses. But I have the Fenty Heat in Lemon Lava and the Fenty Heat in Lavender Savage. This one is the limited edition with the Savage, Fenty Savage like lingerie brand that she has. This came with one of the sets. I do have the set. I mean, I do have some thoughts and opinions about it. If you would like to hear what I have to say, like, maybe I can make a video. Maybe that's OnlyFans content. I don't know. I really love this gloss. I would be kind of sad if she made this like a part of like the Sephora collection, like it was just coming out later. But it's a really pretty color. It is so gorgeous. And if me purchasing it with the lingerie makes it so she knows how popular and how pretty this tone is, and applies it to like her Sephora or soon to be Ulta lines, I wouldn't be too mad about that, because I do think that this is really, really pretty. It's the nice like pinky kind of finish to the lips. It's really pretty. I also really love the Lemon Lava. It's just like a clear yellow kind of gloss. I know I'm really gonna love this in the summertime when I have more of my summer skin, because the way that the yellow kind of catches in the light, it's so pretty. I think I'm a little bit running cool right now because my skin is so fair, but I think once I start getting more sun and I start to warm up my tones, this is going to be the one I reach for the most. It's really, really pretty. I have some cheek products as well, and the first one that like really surprised me is this Nabla 2 Reasons. I use the shade Soft Nude. This has been one of my favorite pink blushes for a while, and I don't even really like pink blushes, but right now I'm just going through a phase. I think once I have my cooler tones running, I like more of a pink, but when I have more of my warmer tones going, I like more orange. I guess that's like the life of like neutral, where you can be in between. I don't know, but this pink, absolutely adorable. I don't reach for these glosses. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. And my favorite blush combo that I've been wearing, it's the one that I'm wearing today, is the ColourPop Super Shock in No Way. And then I tap a little bit of this Be Perfect Magma blush on top. Like, this is just a true orange. It's so pretty. And then this is more of like, I don't know, this is more of like a pinkier kind of tone. But what I'll do is I'll place this one first on my cheeks, and then just tap the orange one on top. The orange one is more of a matte finish anyway, but I don't know, the way that they play with each other is so pretty. I've just been enjoying this combo. And my two favorite highlights have been from the Odin's Eye Nords collection. I have Web of Destiny and Veil of Future. I think it's the Future one I reach for the most, because it has these beautiful like pops of like yellow and gold in there, and it's so pretty. And then the other one is the Veil of Destiny, and it's just like a gold kind of pinky tone. This one reminds me of, what's this one? The Nomad Sydney Blathers, where it's just like a really complimentary kind of pink. I do like this one more than I like this one. But I've really been reaching for both of these, just depending on the eye look that I've been doing. But I will say, I think I reach for the the Veil of Future more than I do the Web of Destiny. And then I have 3 eyeshadow palettes to talk about. And I'm sure we're not surprised that the Pat McGrath and Blend Bunny Cosmetics palette is in this pile. But I've also really been loving the Odin's Eye Alva palette. This is an early, like, kind of first release palette from the brand. It's an older one. I think this has been talked about time and time again. I love it because it has like these deep kind of purple, plummy kind of tones that kind of remind me of the retro palette. But then you have these pops of orange and yellow and some brown in here and some gold tones that really kind of help brighten a look. I think this is such a pretty palette. I've been reaching for this one a lot and kind of pairing it up with my Bridgerton palette. These two together I think make very beautiful, ethereal kind of looks, kind of pinky looks if that's what you're going for. And then I'm surprised that I've been reaching for this larger palette so often, but it's such a good palette. For these other two palettes to be more kind of special tones, maybe special textures or shimmers kind of thing, this palette has everything else that I would need to complete a look, or I can pull one or two special shades from here and add it to one of the other shades in the other palettes. I think what makes me really happy is that these three palettes together can work individually, but can work together. And as someone that wants to have a meaningful makeup collection, I think that's really awesome to find. And so the next things I'm going to mention aren't anything makeup related. So if you want to end the video here, I completely understand if you're just here to listen to me talk about makeup. But one of the streams I've really been loving lately is the Pay Money Webby stream. I've been watching a lot of highlight updates and just people who have uploaded the entire like 3-hour stream. I've been watching them like back to back, being at work and then being at home. And it could just be because so many people took a break and so many people's lives have changed since the start of the year that their uploading schedules aren't very consistent. So content has been kind of slow and dry here on YouTube. But Pay Money Webby is consistently putting out content. And because I hadn't watched him for the past few months, there's a lot of like backlog of stuff that I can watch, which is really nice. But so I watch him and we have so many similar thoughts and opinions. It makes me question, is he a young sweaty lady or am I just a big sweaty man? Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below. My favorite game has been Skyrim. The hard part about Skyrim is that there is so much lore and I'm running into like, I don't want to make the wrong decision in this game because I don't want it to heavily affect me, because it seems like there's a lot of things in this game that affect different little interactions. But then I should just play the game and just enjoy it. There's just a lot. And it's kind of clunky because I think the game is like 11 years old. So going from something like Cyberpunk, which is clunky because it's not fully developed, but it's still a newer game, to something that's clunky because it's aged, it's a little bit hard. But I've really been enjoying Skyrim and going into it, and like you pick up these books along the way and you can read all the different lore and the different stories. And it's so fun talking to other people that have played Skyrim because it seems like their whole experience doing something has already been way different from me doing it. So I kind of understand why this game has been around for as long as it has and why it's the most modded game. But that's what I've been loving as far as video games. I've been making this like spicy beef with rice meal lately, and I've made it so many times. That's my favorite meal right now, is spicy beef over rice. It's so good. And then you slice the like green onions and it's so good. It's so good. If you want a recipe to that, I'll have it linked down below. It's pretty easy to make it. Like you don't have to be a cooking mama or anything to get it right. And I think that's it. I think those are all the things that I've been loving. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day, or are you like me where you're just gonna be at home? And that's okay. Have you also been loving some of the same products that I've been loving, or maybe something I mentioned has caught your eye? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.